Hello there. I know a lot of you found my channel from my recent video on the elephant incident. If you're interested in more deep dives on finances, the stock market and self-improvement, then you're in the right place. Now, let's dive into today's video. Watch till the end and unearth another gem at the end.
All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are digging into what is, quite possibly, the most important thing for any creator trying to succeed on YouTube. We're going past the algorithm, past the metrics, and we're talking about the one thing that holds it all together. And that one thing is trust. So let me ask you something straight up. When you think about what makes a YouTube channel successful, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it the subscriber count? The number of views? Maybe watch time? What do you really think is the most valuable currency you can have on this platform? Look, if you were thinking about views or subs, you're not wrong, but you're not seeing the whole picture either. Because the real currency, the asset that truly supports long-term growth and builds a real community, well, it's trust. It is the rock-solid foundation for everything else you want to do. So how in the world do you earn it? Well, we're going to break it down into three main pillars. And we have to start with the most important one. Pillar number one, your foundation. The idea here is really simple. Before anyone can trust you as a person, they have to trust what your channel is even about. So what does that even mean, your foundation? Well, think of it like this. It's your channel's core promise. It's the immediate answer to that question every single viewer has in their mind, which is, what's in it for me? It's all about being crystal clear on your purpose and then delivering real, tangible value in every single video. Okay, let's look at a real-world example to make this super clear. On the left, you've got a pretty generic title, right? My Trip to Sri Lanka. It's fine, but it's all about the creator. Now look at the one on the right, Hidden Gems in Sri Lanka. See the difference? That title isn't about the creator's vacation. It's a promise of value to you, the viewer. It solves a problem, how to avoid tourist traps. And right away, it positions the channel as a helpful, trustworthy guide. That is a title that builds trust. This stuff doesn't just happen by accident. You have to build that foundation on purpose. You got to define your mission. You need to create a recognizable brand, consistent colors, logos, thumbnail styles, so people know it's you instantly. Frame your videos with a clear intro that says who you are and why this video is worth watching. And I can't stress this enough. Be specific, be honest, and for the love of all that is good, avoid clickbait. Just deliver on your promise. Okay, once you've got that foundation of value locked in, we can move on to pillar number two, your connection. You've shown people what your channel is about. Now it's time to show them who you are. Because at the end of the day, your audience doesn't just connect with your content. They want to connect with the person making it. Just let this one sink in for a second. People trust people, not logos or faceless content. This quote is really the entire heart of this second pillar. You could have the slickest graphics and the most professional editing in the world, but if your channel feels like it's run by a robot, you are missing out on the single most powerful trust-building tool you have, your own humanity. So how do you do it? How do you build that connection? Honestly, it's probably easier than you think. This little three-step process is a fantastic place to start. First, when you answer comments, really answer them. Go deeper than just thanks. Ask them a question back. Show them you actually read it. Second, use that pinned comment feature to start a real conversation. And that third step, actually shouting out a subscriber by name, that is pure gold. It proves you're not just a broadcaster, you're a listener. And beyond the comments, it's really just about being human. Let people see your face or hear your real voice. Share your story, why you even started this channel. Tell them about the lessons you've learned. And don't be afraid to straight up ask for feedback. By inviting your audience to help you make the channel better, you're not just getting free advice, you're turning them into partners. You're building a real community. All right, let's move on to our third and final pillar, your growth. So, you've built the foundation. You've made the connection. Now, how do you keep that trust going as your channel gets bigger? This is all about the systems and habits that make sure the trust you've earned isn't just a flash in the pan, but something sustainable for the long haul. There are 3 habits here that are absolutely key. First, consistency. Your audience needs to know they can count on you to show up. Pick a rhythm, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever, and stick to it. Second, collaboration. When you team up with another creator who shares your values, their audience's trust in them can actually rub off on you. Trust is contagious. And third, offer freebies. Go the extra mile. Link to a free guide or a blog post. It shows you genuinely want to help them. And this is where we have to totally reframe how we look at our analytics. I want you to stop seeing numbers and start seeing silent feedback from your audience. A big drop in your watch time? That's not a failure. It's your audience pointing to the exact spot where they got bored. A low click-through rate? That's them asking, hey, did that thumbnail promise something the video didn't deliver? Your data is your audience talking to you. You just have to learn how to listen. Okay, so we've spent all this time talking about how to build trust. Now, let's flip it. Let's talk about how to absolutely demolish it. Because trust me, knowing what not to do is every bit as important. These are the surefire, guaranteed ways to lose the most valuable thing you have. You can basically think of these as the cardinal sins of YouTube. Clickbait is the #1 fastest way to teach your audience that your word means nothing. If you make a mistake or get something wrong, just own it. Hiding it is so much worse. Ignoring your audience, that just screams, I don't care about you. And finally, be consistent. A sudden weird change in your channel's whole vibe or message, it just feels fake. And this really brings us to the final bigger picture. This isn't just some YouTube growth hack. These principles, defining your value, connecting like a real human, being consistent, they work everywhere. As the source material puts it so well, if you think about and implement these ideas not just in your videos, but in your life, you're going to reap the benefits. So I'm going to leave you with this final, really important question. Don't just let this be interesting info you heard. I want you to turn it into action. Looking back at everything we've just talked about, what is the one single thing you can commit to doing this week to start building more trust with your audience? Thanks for tuning in.
If you're eager to expand your knowledge on this subject, I've included a link in the description for further reading. It's a great opportunity to explore more about what we've discussed and gain a new perspective. Thank you for watching the entire video. Have a great day.